Hey Adam, how's it going?
Hey Ben, how are you?
I am super, man. This is awesome, dude. Thanks for coming on here with me. I appreciate it.
This is my first live broadcast, especially with Love and Relo, so I'm pretty pumped about it.
Yeah, right. This is really cool. I'm pretty psyched about it too. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give people a chance to get on here. There's a little bit of a lag here. There we go. Turn that off there. Boom. All right. We got make sure here. Yeah, we got 8. Yep, there we go. 13. Okay. I didn't actually title this. Look at us. Look at us. People don't even know what they're getting into. They think,
And so you know what? That's what makes this exciting. It's live.
Yeah,
Anything can happen.
you don't even know what you're about to look
I don't
at.
know. I certainly don't know, but you
Stay
don't even know.
tuned. It's got to get real. Oh, this is great. Hey, look at Max Lowy. What? He didn't expect to see you. See, he didn't know what he was tuning in for. He sees it.
No, you know what? My brother was texting me just before about something else random. He didn't know we were about to go live.
Yeah, and we are live. Craig Allen says, "Hey guys." Paula says, "Love and Relo, a match." Awesome. Chris Lagerman, you wore that yesterday. No, I didn't, Chris. Don't spread nasty rumors about me. I do that enough on my own. All right, I don't need help. Maybe he's talking to you. I'm gonna go with
I mean, I'm usually in the black t-shirt. Today I've got a red one on, so it's a little different, you know?
I like to switch it up there. Let's see here. Let's let people see what it's about. What does it say? Show me.
We got a little Fight Hunger t-shirt.
Fight Hunger. So, you know? For those of you who don't know, the illustrious, notorious Adam Lowy from Move for Hunger, founder, president, omniscient leader. I don't know what's your title. What do they call you around there?
It's just executive director's fine, Ben.
Sorry, I might have overplayed it. Anyway, it happens. So Adam joins us here. Adam, thanks for coming through, man. I appreciate you spending some time here.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. And so, today I wanted to have Adam on not only because I love Move for Hunger, but also because Adam called me and let me know something really cool. And Adam, I don't want to steal your thunder, okay? But you do have an announcement to make, and I wanted to kind of give you a platform there to go ahead and make it.
Absolutely. So every year for the past 10 years, Move for Hunger recognizes one moving company out of all of our 1,000 plus moving partners across the United States and Canada who's gone above and beyond to really make an impact in their community. And we announced it on the stage at AMSA, the American Moving and Storage Association. So I'm really excited to share that 2019, this year's award is going to go to University Moving and Storage. And a big part of that is my boy Ben right here.
Yay!
Yes. Incredible, but not just Ben, but the entire company. It's not just one person. It's really everybody coming together to make a difference in the community. And Ben, we are just so grateful for the work that University Moving and Storage has done.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. And it is a team effort. We had support from our ownership, and then we had a whole bunch of people out there pulling trucks and picking up food and doing all sorts of things. So it was truly a team effort. And Adam, honestly, this is such an honor for me. We've worked pretty closely together on these types of some projects over the last couple of years. And I remember sitting at AMSA, the Evening of the Stars, watching you give out your first, I don't know if it was your first mover. I want to say it was your first mover of the year. It may not have been your first mover of the year, but it was a while back. And I was like, I want to win that award, And because that's
and to be fair, you've been saying it pretty much every year. I want to win that. How do I win that? And I'll say, it's really hard for us now with so many really great partners that are working on our mission to rescue more food and deliver it to families in need. And to choose just one above and beyond is a pretty big accomplishment. So as much as we're kind of joking here, Ben, you put in the work. You and your team put in the work. You said, how can we get there? And year over year, you improved. And even though the competition continues to be stiff, like you guys, 2019 above and beyond, not so many food drives, I have so many pictures of you kind of driving some of the trucks yourself in some cases. So many fundraisers, truck pulls, so many connections that you very generously made, whether it be to other RMCs or other suppliers within the industry and even outside the industry. And when we think about Move for Hunger's mission and like how we're going to continue to grow, like that's really what it is. It's being generous with your time and your resources and allowing us to figure out the best ways to put them to purpose. And a prime example of that is in 2018, which was our best year to date. We delivered enough food to feed 2 million people. Well, last year, 2019, we upped that and we fed 3 million people. So it really was a big increase. And for Ben and folks like Ben that support us, it really is all of you that allows us to impact so many lives. And we're very grateful for that.
Well, so what I wanted to do is I wanted to bring you on, and now that I've won and got that out of the way, I feel like I can share some of the blueprint and some of the tips and tricks and trials and tribulations, that I've gone through in trying to bring this message to Detroit and trying to bring it to the relocation industry. So I just wanted to kind of share some ideas for people out there who are wanting to get involved. And first, I want to preface this with saying I truly believe, and I've experienced this and I've lived this, that doing good is good for business. So right off jump, as we're all sitting here as business people, right? LinkedIn's a business platform. I want people to understand it's been my experience that doing good is good for business. As one example of that, and Adam, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, but one example I'll share is, when I call, I'm in sales, right? So when I call people and accounts and try to make connections and introduce myself, the fact that they already know who I am through the Detroit Truck Pull, the fact that they already have like some really positive, good vibes, around me and university and what we've done in the community, it really paves the way, and it makes that phone call not a cold call, but just an extension of some of the work that we've already done in the groundwork. So that's one example from my experience. Adam, have you seen things like that through some of your other partners?
Absolutely. I mean, even firsthand, I can tell you 10 years ago when we were starting Move for Hunger, I didn't know anything about hunger or food waste. We were just trying to do a good thing, right? People were throwing away food when they moved, or they were leaving it in the cupboards. And me and the family moving business, we started asking people if they wanted to donate that food. And what we found very quickly was people reacted, our customers reacted really positively to that, because we weren't just now, another service provider that's going to help them move. And there's obviously a lot to choose from, but we were giving them an opportunity to help the community that they've lived in for so long. We made that connection more personal than business, and it was so easy. I think is the thing that kind of was what propelled us to do more of this. It's like, well, people love this. Why would we stop doing this? And that's really kind of like the spark that ignited Move for Hunger.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of us as in moving industry struggle to differentiate ourselves. I think in a lot of industries this happens, but in our industry, commoditization is a real thing, right? And some of my clients have told me, Ben, there's a lot of good moving companies out there, frankly, and quality scores aren't going to win our business because everybody says they have great quality. What else are you about? And I think that people like to understand your why and understand what is, what else are you doing and what's your mission, and I think that's kind of as a new generation of decision makers kind of comes of age, millennials, right? I'm a millennial, I'm 37, I'm on the tail end of that, or the beginning, I should say, of it, but I'm an innovator.
There we go.
But no, this is, people like hearing these stories, and I think that clients and consumers want to vote with their dollars and understand that they have the ability to place their spend with companies that are like-minded and have a mission that not only helps their company achieve their goals, but also helps their community that we all live in. We look at companies that have built amazing brands, and we look at, I'll just look at, I'll look at Detroit, where I am, right? Companies that have built amazing brands, Quicken, Ford, these companies make it a huge part of their of their business, of their strategy, to be in the community, be very visible in the community, doing good, and corporate sustainability.
And it's the story that these companies tell that make up not only the brands, but how people feel about the brands, I would say. And yes, sales is making that connection with people to see if they can make their spend, but it's really about the individual. It's about that brand, your personal brand, the story that you're going to tell. So, if I'm thinking about Ben Cross or University Moving, yeah, certainly if I'm thinking about your business based on price, that's one thing, but it's a whole nother story, and it's a bigger story when we think about all the things, not just Move for Hunger, that you and University do for that community. And I think the more people can begin to really hone in on what their personal and corporate stories are, the easier it will be to kind of connect with your current and even new customers in the future, because a lot of it is finding that common ground, finding that thing that people can celebrate together. And supporting the community is certainly one of those big items.
Well, and for us this year, we partnered with DRRC, Detroit Regional Relocation Council, and I think it really, it was really kind of cool, because then what we were able to do is we were kind of able to reach across and engage with some of our relocation clients, right? And, Ford, Forcia, Daimler, Quicken Loans folks. I mean, they all got involved and started making calls, and fundraising with us. And we were actually able to raise $42,000 this year through the Detroit Truck Pull, with partnerships with Kroger, with iHeartRadio, with a major brewery in town. I mean, we really came together in our second year of doing this, and I think we were able to accomplish something special.
And you set the bar, you set the bar really high, which inspired in a really positive way a lot of other regional relocation councils to want to beat DRRC, which everybody failed to do. But a lot of them tried.
But they tried real hard, and they got close.
Portland got really close, and
shout out
to me, yes, the money, the fundraising dollars are super important. They enable us to run our programs. They help us keep the lights on. They help us create new materials and provide the resources to individuals that want to feed their communities. But even more, I love seeing our industry come together for a common purpose. Whether I was in Detroit or Phoenix or Portland this year, watching so many of the truck pulls in these industries kind of come together and say, hey, we're doing this together. They weren't just fundraising. They were volunteering their time. They were physically pulling a truck. They were creating flyers. They were on the phones. And it wasn't just, again, about the money. It was about Move for Hunger's mission. And that was something I was so humbled to see so many people really kind of galvanize around. And we're really excited to build upon that excitement from 2019 into 2020. We've got some new programs that we're going to be rolling out as well. And the goal is, just keep people excited, because unfortunately, there still are 1 in 6 children in this country that are going to bed hungry every single night. The problem is not going to go away without a lot of different resources and individuals coming together to tackle it. And we're very fortunate to work with so many different food banking partners across the country, as well as our moving and relocation and multifamily partners now. But we are just one piece of a solution to this larger problem.
So I think, we've laid out, the reason to get involved. I want to talk a little bit about how you're seeing moving companies be super effective, how people can get involved, moving companies, relocation companies, and other industries. Before I do that, though, I want to read some of the comments that we've been getting here.
Yeah.
So if you guys got some comments, questions for Adam or myself, please leave them here. I'm going to go ahead and read some of these. There is a slight delay here. So we're just going to go through. A lot of people are just blowing us up. Mary O'Donnell says, love and real. She loves it. Hi there from Monica Bruton. Paula, Move for Hunger. Tim Quirk, red is Adam's color.
Thank you.
Mary says, hello. Andrew, love and real. Drum roll from Paula. Tim Quirk says, huge. Andrew Lee with the what is this called? The strong arm? The strong
It's
arm?
not something that I have. So
you're not going to display the arm for us?
Not today.
Lynn says, congratulations. Thank you, Lynn. Jim Barber, congratulations. Been the University and Movie Team. Thank you, Jim. Max Lowy, well-deserved. Thanks, Max. Paula, congrats, Ben. Thank you, Paula. Monica, awesome. Congrats. Thank you. Terry Head. Hey, big shout. I love when Terry tunes in.
Everyone loves Terry.
Right? Tim Quirk, congrats, Ben University. Thank you. Chris Lagerman from WHR Group. Shout out. 3 million fed. Amazing. Yeah, that's a big number. That's a lot. Can you tell us about
it's an even bigger number when you think about it took us 10 years to get to 16 million total. But last year we did 3.6 million pounds of food in 1 year.
Right.
So if that puts into perspective how quickly, you know, we're growing, I don't know what better way to show that.
What's the math behind that? So what's the pounds equals, you know?
So on average, what the USDA and a lot of food banks define of a meal equivalent is 1.2 pounds can provide a meal to an individual in need.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Thomas Bailey, love both of your faces and the great things both of you are doing to help others. Thank you, Thomas. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Thomas. Thomas and Relo Trans, always incredible supporters.
For sure. Joshua Rose, love the beard, Adam. A monkey on your shoulder would definitely be an improvement. Paula, Josh Rose, hi. Okay, we got some love going in the DMs there. Congrats to Ben Cross and University Moving and Storage. Do good things for those in need, from Tommy Canoli over at Relo Solutions Group. So thanks. Keep them coming, guys. If you got questions, comments, whatever, I'll read them aloud. Thank you very much for everybody's tuning in. Adam, so now we talked about why it's important to do good for others and how it does good for us as well. Not that that's what it's all about, but there's the ROI for it. How are you seeing moving companies getting involved? How are you seeing relocation companies, and who else is getting involved out there?
Yeah. You know, when we started Move for Hunger, it was really meant to be moving companies because that's what I knew. I was with the family moving business, and it's expanded so much since then to, you know, work with the major van lines, corporate housing professionals, relocation management companies, a lot of the suppliers, corporate clients.
So you talk about corporate housing. Now that's something that like would not be intuitive for me. So how is corporate housing companies getting?
Yeah, we've actually been the official charity of the Corporate Housing Providers Association for probably 5 years now. We love the folks over there. We really love the industry. And just as people move out of homes, people are moving out of, you know, corporate housing as well. If you're somewhere for 30 to 90 days, there is an opportunity for some of that food that's purchased. And not only that, but when you're in a corporate housing community, right? You know it's temporary, but these companies like Av by Corman or Sweet America, they're really trying to make this feel like home for a short period of time. You know, it's not your fault that you're there. You're there because you're probably on a corporate engagement. Mm-hmm. So they have, like, a number of them have come up with some different food drives throughout the course of the year as well while they're there, to make people feel like they can give back during that short time that they're spending in this new community. And I think it's really resonated well with those corporate housing providers and their customers. So it's been a really great industry that, honestly, when I started Move for Hunger, I didn't even know corporate housing was a thing.
Right.
So I'm very proud to have learned so much about it and engage with them in new ways.
Well, and what I've seen you do is take the corporate housing thing and then flip that and then go into like apartment, you know, property management companies.
So we actually piloted a program with apartments about 2 years ago. We started with 8 properties in Washington State with the Washington Multifamily Housing Association. And over the past 2 years, we've now grown that to over 1,500 properties, representing about 300,000 units. And collectively, over the past 2 years, apartment communities have collected about 100,000 pounds of food, which have brought back to local food banks and pantries in those communities. And unlike some of the this is a brand new program, we had to structure it differently. So what happens is when apartment residents give notice that they're moving out, they receive a recyclable paper Move for Hunger food collection bag. They can put their food in there. And then our transportation partners, whether they be movers or Court Furniture is amazing. They partnered with us nationally. They'll pick the food up from those apartments and bring it back to the local food banks. And already companies like Graystar, Equity Residential, FPI, Avalon Bay, Security Properties, they've all been getting involved either nationally or regionally. And we're going to see if we can get that number up to 2,500 properties by the end of 2020.
Wow. That's awesome. So, so we've got corporate housing, we've got apartment communities. Talk to me about some of the mobility and RMC kind of, folks that you're working with.
Yeah, absolutely. And we feel like RMC, relocation management's like one of the most untapped resources so far. We've got a lot of great partners in the space, but it could be one of the most crucial touch points, if you will, because what happens is when people are moving and they're working with an RMC, they're getting so much communication and really trusting that representative from the RMC. They're taking them through the entire process. So many questions. So by the time it gets to moving day, we're hoping that through the RMC's instruction, the customer will already know that they should be donating their food. The food should already be set aside by the time movers like universities show up. So it's been really cool to see that part play out as like an integral touch point in that education process. But then in addition, we're seeing a number of RMCs do more in terms of employee engagement, which we love to see. Food drives, fundraisers. MSI did a race this year, which we really loved to see for Team Move for Hunger. Certainly some have gotten involved with the truck pulls. We've done a few Can the CEO events where we fill CEOs' offices with so much food they can't get inside. And my favorite, actually,
that's a fun one too, by the way. Did you tell the CEOs before you fill their office full of food?
No, you should never tell the CEO before you fill
what the hell's going on? Somebody's going to get fired for this. Because if it's the second one, that's a lot better.
My favorite one, though, this year we did with Altair Global and a number of other companies, not even just RMCs, and it was our Shark Week food drive. We had over 200 locations participate, and we collected canned tuna fish during Shark Week because kids like tuna fish just as much as sharks do. And we collected over 17,000 pounds of tuna, which is shelf stable, high protein, one of the most requested items by food banks, hands down. And it was really amazing to see everybody, but especially Altair. They took this event and they really made it their own. And the food bank wrote a note to them afterwards because they were so overwhelmed. I mean, the amount of product that Altair brought to their food bank in Texas was unbelievable. And those are the stories we like to see. Food banks that have been like in desperate need for something like this. And then all of a sudden they get this windfall. They said it was the single largest donation of tuna fish, that they'd ever really received before. So shout out to Chad and Catherine and the team of Altair, but shout out to everybody that is organizing food drives and fundraisers and supporting Move for Hunger throughout the year.
Yeah. So we got mobility companies, like you mentioned, Altair. Who else is out there getting involved? Or let me ask you this. So you started something this year in the CAN, right? Tell me about the CAN, the Corporate Action Network.
Yeah. So 2019 was our inaugural year of our Corporate Action Network. And we brought in a few of the leaders, I'd say, within the mobility space, a lot of corporate clients, a handful of RMCs and suppliers. And really the goal of this Corporate Action Network was to think strategically about how we can increase Move for Hunger's impact. So whether that was fundraising, introductions to other people to get their companies involved with the industry, food drives. We had some really amazing people. Tanya, formerly at Nike, had been leading the charge this year. Ben,
right now she's over at Expedia. Shout out to Tanya, our friend of the program.
This inaugural year was really incredible. And we're excited to expand our Corporate Action Network in 2020. We're going to be, doing some outreach on that pretty soon. And again, the connections that this Corporate Action Network made were far more than myself and our small team here in New Jersey could do. So really, we rely on our action committees. We rely on anybody that's watching this live feed right now. Those that want to support Move for Hunger, it doesn't always have to be with a monetary donation. It could be with an introduction. It could be with a food drive. It could just be sharing something on social media. If you didn't see our 2019 year in review just went out earlier this week, that's something really easy that you could share and just educate more people about our issues and our cause.
Yeah, you're right about that. So the corporate mobility managers out there that are watching this, and they're like, okay, what does this got to do with me? I'm not driving a truck. I'm not picking up food. You know what? They have so much to offer. Our corporate members who helped us with the Detroit truck pull were able to fundraise and get more sponsorship and get more people to come out and enjoy the event than we had before when we weren't really leveraging them, you know? And so I think sometimes what we forget is that we might, you know, you always have some sort of time, talent, or treasure you can share, right? And you may not have treasure, you may not have money where you can stroke a check. Although we did have one corporate person who actually stroked a check for $1,000 out of her own checkbook, which I was like blown away by. But you know, you have time, you have connections, you have leverage, you have a voice. You know, that's one of the biggest things I've learned with some of this like LinkedIn stuff, some of this influencer type stuff is like, we all have some influence in some way. And how do you understand what that is and then leverage that? And if it's with your supply chain, or if it's within your organization where you can host a food drive, or if it's within the just the policies for your relocation program, where you write into your policy, then now we're going to support Move for Hunger, and our transferees are going to get this PDF, this sheet of paper when they move that reminds them to go ahead and donate their non-perishable food.
And to your point, there's no cost to do that, right? Like it's an easy thing to do. It's the right thing to do. It will literally be able to educate people about these issues. And these aren't people, you know, people moving aren't people that necessarily care about hunger or food waste. I'm sure some of them do, but these are people that are just moving around their day to day. And it's not just about how much food we can collect. Think about the amount of moves University Moving and Storage or any one of these RMCs does, or any one of these corporations that move their employees every day. If every single one of those people got some information about what hunger is, whether they act now through Move for Hunger or they're more likely to act in the future, that's what we're trying to do. We need to create awareness that these issues are real, they're local, they're not going away, and they need your support. We're, like I said, we're one organization that's involved in this fight, but there's a lot of other really great organizations as well, and we got to work together if we're actually going to reduce hunger and food waste.
Yeah, for real. Now we got a couple of comments here. Dana Pazlowski, your girl.
She's sitting right over there.
Your girl, Dana. Congrats, Ben and University. Thank you, Dana. Excited.
Dana, by the way, is our art director at Move for Hunger, and she started as an intern here, and we couldn't get rid of her. We hired her years ago, and anything you see, Dana has designed. So we love her.
Awesome, Dana. I can't wait to meet you also. Chris Lagerman from WHR Group says, can you provide materials for our counselors to send to transferees? Chris, good news. Every move you give University Moving and Storage, no transferees know that they have the opportunity to donate food. Now, for the rest of those moving companies you use, you probably want to talk to Adam. Adam, how can he get involved as a...
You can email me at adam@moveforhunger.org, MOVEFOR hunger.org. And I'm happy to send you and anybody information about how your company, whether you be a moving company, an RMC, a corporation, apartment, etc. We have ways and programs already developed to really get any of you involved.
Okay, I'm going to put your email up here, right here on the bottom.
So fancy, Ben.
I'm really fancy. I'm really fancy. Well, I'll pay a lot for the subscription, so I better use it, right? Let's see here. Get involved. Boom. Show this. Okay, there you go. Your email is now scrolling. Rory Ramirez, hello from Mini Moves in Broadview, Illinois. Rory, do you guys support Move for Hunger?
They do. They've gotten involved a number of times over the years. We love Mini Moves.
Fantastic. The other thing we're working on right now, we're planning the third annual Detroit Truck Pull. We got a high bar to hurdle, but we are working on venue and assembling a team right now. So that's going to be exciting. Adam, do we have any other events going on in Detroit that we might want to tell the people about?
Not yet, but soon. There will be something exciting coming up in Detroit later on this year. I just not liberty to speak about it yet.
There could be another.
A couple other things that will be happening pretty soon. First is actually going to be our inaugural San Diego truck pull on February 29th. And I want to give a big shout out to DeWitt Moving and Ace Relocations for helping put this event together. We're really excited to see this. So if you're interested, if you're in the San Diego area, if you want to get involved, February 29th, sponsorships and team signups are still available. And then AMSA, the AMSA conference is coming up this spring, and we're throwing a big party with the 40 Below community there. And we're really excited about that. So if you want to learn more about our party, like your 40 Below event, certainly feel free to reach out to me to get involved with that as well.
Yeah, well, let's plug that real quick. So that's going to be an ice bar in Orlando, which is really cool because it's frozen. It's a frozen bar on the inside. It's going to be really cool. That is going to be Monday, March 16th, I believe. And that's going to be fantastic. So we're planning that right now as part of, part of 40 Below. I'm the vice chair. So I'm planning that as well with our friend Rachel Fisher-Lyons. And then a bunch of us from 40 Below and AMSA actually had a call about that today. So if you're thinking about going to AMSA in Orlando, I highly encourage you to go. It is going to be lit. You should be there. And not only, here's the best part, right? So it used to be that the older crowd would plan the parties and the 40 Below people would attend and have a good time. Now what we did is we flipped that. And now 40 Below's planning the party, and then we're letting the older people come. So it's actually more of a skill set alignment. And so I think a lot of people are going to have a really good time in Orlando, and it's going to raise money for a good cause, Move for Hunger. So that'll be a lot of fun with that as well.
I'm very grateful for the support. It should be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Let's see here. Roy Ramirez says, yes, we do, for many moves. Awesome. Max Lowy, second annual Lowy's Bell Works truck pull coming back at you. When is that one going down? You know offhand, Adam? Lowy's Bell Works truck pull. Oh, Adam froze. Did Adam freeze or did I freeze? Adam, did you freeze? Are you frozen? Is it cold where you are? All right. Well, I'm going to read a couple more of these, assuming I'm still live here. Let me know in the comments if you can still hear me, if I'm coming at you still. Okay, guys, just let me know. All right. Tim Quirk says, I'm there, in response to Orlando. And you're back.
I think Ben's coming back. There we
go. Yeah. I don't know if I froze, you froze, we froze. We were talking about the ice bar so long that our computer froze. Tim Quirk gave a shout out to 40 Below. Hey, do you know your brother Max said second annual Lowy's Bell Works truck pull coming back at you? Do you know if that's when that
we're planning about 12 to 15 truck pulls for 2020. So there's going to be a lot of them going on. We're going to have a full list of where and how you can participate coming up soon. I wanted to plug, obviously, the first one, which will be in San Diego on the 29th, but more to come. It's going to be a big year of truck pulls. Yeah,
awesome. Terry Head had a question. He said, older people. Thanks, Terry. Paul, we can hear you, Rory. It's cold here, 10 degrees. Yeah, Rory's cold now. He's like, I got your ice bar in the parking lot. Tim Quirk back. It's cold, 10 degrees. Adam froze. Okay, it was Adam's fault. Good, we confirmed that. And that's that good nonprofit internet. No, but anyway, Adam, this was really cool. Any last things you want to plug or ways people can get involved? Anything else you want to say?
Not really. I'd say please visit moveforhunger.org. Please check out our year in review. It's all over our social media right now. It really will give you a really great picture of all of the ways that you can get involved and all of the incredible companies and individuals that have taken action over the past year. We're so proud and grateful for everybody's support. And we've got some really new creative employee engagement events going on this year. So if any of you have a big conference or sales meeting or just want to do something within your company, please give us a call. We would love to work with you to put something together really unique. We're really excited about some of the new stuff we got lined up.
Awesome. Well, Adam, it's been really wonderful working with you. I appreciate all the support for the truck pulls. You came out to Great Lakes relocation conference as well. You've been out here. You're going to be out here in 2 weeks filming this video about the award. This award, I said it before, I'm going to say it again, this award meant so much to me and to university. This is one of the best things I've achieved, I think, in my career so far. And it's been really meaningful and impactful to me personally and to our business. So thank you very much for the opportunity to support you guys and the partnership. Thank you. You
and your team earned every bit of it. And congratulations to Ben and university. We will have a more formal celebration at the AMSA convention later on this spring.
Awesome. Well, awesome. Well, thanks so much, Adam. With that, we're going to wrap here. And if you want to get involved, just make sure you you email Adam. His email's on the bottom there. And get involved. I tell you what, you get out what you put in. So put in. All right. Take care, everybody. God bless. Love and Relo is the tagline. It's a little show thing concept that we're doing right now. And this is one of the loved ones right here. Great. Cool, man. You take care, Adam. Good to see you.
Thank you, Ben.
All right, man. Bye.